Once you have your WordPress site set up and installed, it is time to get your hands dirty and get in there and start learning how to use WordPress. So I have logged in and I'm going to give a quick demo of the dashboard. So we have two views. We have the front end view. This is your website. Right now it's very, very basic on this site. And then there's the dashboard. You can get to the dashboard most easily by going up to the title of your site and then clicking on dashboard. There are also quick links to themes, widgets, and menus that we'll talk about. Once you're in the dashboard, you can switch back to the front end view of the site by going to Visit Site. So in the dashboard, we have the main home page. This will have some information about just kind of a welcome, any updates about WordPress, events and news. Gives you a nice little feed of all of the different events that are happening, are connected with WordPress.org and meetups. So for example, I'm in the Austin, Texas area, and you can see that there's meetups in Georgetown coming up, and also actually that was yesterday, and also a meetup in Austin coming up. You can also see at a glance what you have one post and one page and one comment, and I'm running the 2019 theme, and then any activity. A lot of plugins also add little widgets to this main home dashboard, so you may see other things depending on what plugins you have installed. So let's talk about posts. Posts are your blog posts. So there's two main content types in WordPress. There's actually four that come up in core. There's posts, media, pages, and comments. These are all types of content. So posts usually means that you have a blog and you're writing different posts on that blog, and they come up by default in reverse chronological order. So the newest things come up first, then the oldest ones. You can set up different layouts depending on what you do with your template files. So here you can see all posts, add new, categories, and tags. Categories and tags are ways to organize your posts. On my blog, I do categories as bigger topics, so like tech and WordPress and mom stuff and organizing, big topics. Tags, I try and put as many tags as I can. Things that people might be searching for related specifically to that post. So what am I talking about within the organization realm? What am I talking about within the WordPress realm? All of that can be put in tags. Media is your images and your PDFs and videos, any kind of media that you might have. If you want to add new media, all you do is click up on the add new, and then you can drag and drop from your desktop to your to the media library here. Once you have some files going, you can go in and view some of the content for that file. Pages are a little different from posts. They are just more standalone pages. So we may have an about page or a contact page. If it is just a website and not a blog, you probably will have a home page. And maybe if it's for a business, an hours page or a location page. So these are more standalone pages. By default, you also get a privacy policy page that you're able to set up fairly quickly, because that is a go-to nowadays. Next, we have comments. So everything in WordPress by default can have comments added to it. Most likely you'll only want this on posts, and you'll see later how to go about setting up those options. Appearance is all about themes. Right now I only have the 2019 theme. You'll probably get very familiar with this area. You'll see the customize option here where you can go in, and depending on the theme you're going to get very different options here. But you'll get some basic options like site identity. Most themes will have a colors area, menus. You can set up from here or you can set up from another option. Widgets, homepage settings. You can set up to have your latest post or static page, and then additional CSS usually is available in all themes. So these are some basic options. Depending on your theme, you'll have a lot more options to work with. Say I want it to be red, primary color. Did it change? Didn't change. Guess I need a featured image. Okay. So let's get out of here. A cool thing that is new from a couple versions ago is that you can schedule an update or you can save a draft. So if you're working on a redesign and you don't want to publish quite yet, you can save a draft and then continue working on the redesign. I'm just going to navigate away. Widgets and menus, I'm going to do a separate little video about plugins. You'll quickly learn about plugins. We'll do a separate video on this as well. Users, this is an important area where if you want to add a new user, you can go up to add new, and you want to add their a username. So like Techie Mama, let's say you want to add me. Hello Techie Mama at gmail.com. And if I work with you, then I will request that you add me as an administrator so that I have full access to the site. Tools has information about importing and exporting your site, and then also, as of GDPR, ways to erase personal data and export personal data if you get that request from somebody. Lastly, let's go over some of the settings. The basic settings under General is going to have the title of your site, and then a tagline, which could appear on your header, but most likely it won't. It may appear though in searches, so if you don't want one, you can delete it or you can change it to something fitting for your site. The time zone, your date format, your time format, and the day that your week starts on. I recommend going through each of these options. You have the default post category. Everything will have a category, so by default it's uncategorized, but you can select a different default post category. And then a default post format. So post formats change kind of the look and feel a little bit of your post. So if you're just doing things that are all video, maybe it's a video blog, you might want to change the default post format to video so that it makes it just a little bit more optimized for video. Reading gives you options just like in the customize for choosing your latest post or a static page. Some options of how many blog posts to show on the blog page and how many to show in feeds, and what to do with articles in feeds, and then search engine options. Discussion talks about your comment settings. Media has your different media sizes, and there's ways in code that you can add more media sizes, but you can change these 3 default sizes if you have a specific size that you want. Permalinks are important to usually change to post names. Some people that like to do like a day a name or a month a name. I personally like post name because I like to go back and update my posts. And so this doesn't make it look like it's a really old post. It just updates I can update the blog post and the name stays the same. And then lastly, privacy settings. This is the privacy policy page. So you choose a policy page, use this page, and then you can go in and edit. And you can see the different sections that you have to edit. Thanks for watching this video. I hope that's a nice little introduction to the dashboard, and we'll get more into it in future videos.